Okay, welcome to video reel DDR001. In this video reel, I'm going to teach you how to convert a positive integer, number 77, into binary using what I call the classic 2-power method. So the process begins by writing down the number that you want to convert. I've conveniently put a little box there to make it easier to follow. Now on the right hand side, I'm going to write the number 1. Now I'm going to ask myself a question: does the number that I've just written down exceed, or is it bigger than, the number in the box? If it isn't, I double the number and write it to the left. And I continue to do this until the number that I write exceeds the number in the box. So now I've reached 128. The number has now exceeded the number in the box. I draw a line through it. I'm then going to rewrite the number that I'm converting underneath. This is where I'm going to do my working. And I perform a subtraction. Now the current number that I'm looking at is 64. So I try and subtract 64 from 77. The answer is 13. Now the rule is, if the number is 0 or bigger, then you place a 1 under the number that you've subtracted and rewrite the answer below the number that you subtracted from. Okay, so now what we do is we move 1 to the right and we try and subtract this new number, 13 minus 32. Okay, the answer to that subtraction is negative 19. Now, it is not 0 or bigger, so we write a 0 underneath the number that we tried to subtract, and we simply write the number that we are subtracting from below. We now move 1 to the right. We're now looking at 16, so we're trying to subtract 16 from the number 13, and the answer to that is negative 3. So once again, it does not result in a number that is 0 or bigger. So we put a 0, and the number that we are trying to subtract from simply drops down, 13. Okay, we move 1 to the right, now we're looking at 8. 13 minus 8, well, the answer to that is 5. So the rule is, if it's greater than 0, we place a 1. Now what we do is we put the answer to that subtraction below. And we move 1 to the right. So now we've got 5 minus 4 equals 1. So that results in a number 0 or bigger. So we write a 1. We write the answer below. Look, 1 to the right. And once again, try and do the subtraction. So now it's 1 minus 2. Well, the answer to that is negative 1. So the rules are that we place a 0 here, and the number that we're trying to subtract from just simply drops down. 1, if we just move to the right for the last time, 1 minus 1, the answer is 0. It is 0 or bigger, so we place a 1 underneath. And now we're finished. Once this value here hits 0, we have completed the conversion process. And what we're left with is a sequence of 1s and 0s, which in this case is 77 in binary. Now the way that we check that is that we look at every value that has a 1 below it and add it up. And 64 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1 equals 77. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope it was useful.